It was March 5th, 2003. I woke up one morning early to get the kids up for school, and when the alarm went off, I rolled over in bed and went to turn the alarm off, and I had excruciating pain in my right arm. My right arm also felt like it was dead. It was really heavy. I couldn't move it, and that's where it started, was in the arm. The arm pain, it was very excruciating. I started going to doctor after doctor seeking help. No one wanted to listen to me. They thought it was all in my mind. One doctor tried telling me I had tennis elbow, which I had never heard of that before. And I didn't play tennis, so I was really confused. Another doctor I found decided he was going to go ahead and start doing nerve tests on my arm. They take a very long needle and bury it in different places in your arm to check for nerve stimulation. I decided I was done trying to figure out what was going wrong with the arm. I just tried to cope with it. I couldn't use it. You're very confused, and it sends you into a sense of depression because you can't figure out what's wrong with you. You know something's wrong, but you just can't pinpoint what it could be. After about 2 years, I finally had another doctor that decided he was going to treat me for Lyme's disease. He just assumed that I had it, so he started me on heavy doses of doxycycline and other drugs and steroids, trying to flush out whatever might be in the system. All that did was create more problems. After those rounds of steroids and the doxycycline, it went from the right arm and decided, kind of like a spiderweb effect. It just wrapped itself around the back of my neck and shoulders and went over to the other arm as well. So now the whole upper body was affected. So I had to go through many, many years of dozens of doctors just trying to beg for help and ask them to find out what was wrong. From 2003, and a specialist out in St. Louis, actually, that I went and saw, he diagnosed me in, that was probably, I'd say close to 7 to 8 years ago. So that's a lot of years to have to live with excruciating pain. Then it decided it was going to move itself down and affect the legs. Once it started to affect my legs, that started to create a whole entire another round of problems. I struggle every single day. Just to wake up and get out of bed is a huge task for me. It really is. Just laying in bed trying to sleep is so painful. Just laying in a bed for a period of time, sitting for a period of time, standing for a period of time. And if I'm really, really super lucky, I might be able to sleep a couple nights a week without having this severe spasticity in my legs. What happens when that happens is if I'm in my sleep and I just barely move or flinch a toe, that whole entire foot will seize up. It'll seize up from the toes, through the arch of the foot, up the back of the calf, and it's relentless. It doesn't want to stop. Sometimes it lasts 15 minutes. Sometimes I've had it last endless hours, just hours, and you just lay there begging God to make it stop. The very first thing I have to do when I wake up is remind myself I can still walk, I can still talk, I can still go to the bathroom by myself. I can still drive my car. I have to be grateful for those things and thank God for those things. And it's all about having a positive attitude and doing the best you can all day long. It consumes you and uses every single ounce of your energy all day long just to block out the pain. It doesn't go away. It's still there. You just have to make others believe that you're okay. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. So many of us feel like we're so lost, we're alone. We feel like, we may be at home struggling and feel alone in our own house that's full of people because they just don't simply understand. I live around people, my friends, my family members, everyone except for my daughter doesn't have the first clue. They just can't even begin to sympathize with the chronic pain that you have to endure every single day, because when they see you from the outside, your appearances don't show that. unless you have MS to a point where you're confined to a wheelchair or you're having to use a cane to depend on having to walk every single day, people look at us and think that we're normal. They think that there's nothing wrong with us. Well, you look fine. How can you be in so much pain? Well, would you rather me get up out of bed and come out and endure the pain and try to live a normal life and have some kind of quality of life while you still have one? Or should I just go to bed and curl up in the fetal position and cry all day long because that's what I really want to do? Is that how you have to see me in order to understand the pain?